Hey everyone, and welcome back to No Man's Sky. So I've been doing this channel for a while, and I've had people ask me, do I record live or do I do my commentary after I've done the video? The answer is, I do it live, except for this video. So I had this video recorded and it just turned out like crap. I don't know what happened, my microphone went all crappy. It was horrible, static city. So anyways, I'm recording this after the fact, and I'm gonna do the best I can. I really suck at this. So anyways, we're in space. We left that planet with all of the Sentinels, and now I need to go to the new communication I received, and it's on that planet right there. And I did a scan on it, and it had Zagan, gold, nickel, and iridium. Now, Zagan is the rare material you can only get if you have those hazmat gloves or gauntlets, and I of course don't have those. I have no idea how you get them, so I won't be getting any of that, but I will be getting some gold and nickel while I'm on that planet, and a little bit of iridium. I don't think I had a full stack, so we'll be getting a little bit of that as well. So we are pulse jetting over. And, oh, ran out of fuel. But I think I got some iron on hand. Let's see, past me. Did you have iron? Oh, yes, I did. So pop that iron in there and got that pulse drive all fueled up again. And into the atmosphere, but it screwed up. Didn't get the right angle, so I needed to exit the atmosphere here. And get a different approach, because I didn't want to be in my ship for like 3 minutes to get to my target. So pulse drive over, but I forgot the controls. No. Oh, I figured out how to stop sort of spinning in circles. Bad, and figured it out. Okay, so now I can fix that trajectory, and uh-oh, we got pirates. But we'll ditch them in the atmosphere. They are gone. Outpost is 27 seconds away. Although that timer seems to be lying to me. It just moved up. Now it's 30. How does that work? And clearly this is a cold planet. Lots and lots of trees though. Very similar to the first planet I landed on, but this is not the same one. This is a different one. We got a big old vein of gold down there. And there's our outpost, and it had a landing pad. So I can land there and take off without using any of my plutonium, which is a big deal on survival mode. Anytime I see a landing pad, I get excited. Alright, restore point, saved. We're on a sub-zero planet. It is icy. Sentinels are typical. Flora is abundant and fauna is low. And look at that squid thingy. There's another one. Let's scan it. It's mature, gender rational, temperament amenable. It's a grazing creature. And it's our first of 8. We had 4 health bars, we're up to 5. Cargo drops screwed me over, nothing in there. And I'm doing stuff in my inventory. What am I doing? I don't even know. Alright. I've got all that stuff on my inventory because I didn't want to lose it if pirates came and exploderated my ship. So now it's going back on my starship, because now if I die, I don't want to lose that stuff. So it's just moving my important stuff around so I don't lose it should I die. But I am awesome and I'm not planning on dying. So hopefully that won't come to pass. But now I've got room for the green item, and it's a Gek Charm. Alright, we got a Viking. We've got a multi-tool on the wall. It's a Silent Insight 1. And it's got, I can't see how many slots. Not enough slots. It's got 11, I've got 12. Screw it. Don't want that crap. Mr. Viking's pointing at me. I don't care. I'm getting your device for 157 units. And I got some carbon from the plants. Now, carbon on most planets has been a huge pain to get. So getting the plants and these structures is really nice. Escape Atlas, find new system, look for anomaly. Nada and Polo offer you truth. The being snarls at me when I enter, but I barely have a chance to cower before it looks embarrassed and puts up its hands apologetically. This warrior seems on edge, but was clearly expecting me. As before, it relays a message to me, once again sent by whoever Nada and Polo are. The staccato missive is accompanied by a donation of antimatter from my mysterious benefactors. Enough of it that I can build a warp cell for my hyperdrive. Oh yeah. And we're taking it. Wonder what would happen if you didn't take it. I am no wiser as to who Nada and Polo are, but now I have the means to locate them, though I strongly suspect that I must choose between finding them and following this atlas. I got the antimatter milestone notification popped up, so I'm just waiting for it to take over my screen. And there it did. And I got visitor for meeting 6 aliens. Okay, I have no idea what I'm doing. Oh yes, I'm probably crafting my warp cell. I'm very slow about it though. Okay, there we go. And it takes 100 thamium 9, I've got a lot of that, and the antimatter I just picked up. So we crafted, yay, we did it. And we are gonna charge the hyperdrive with it. And another milestone completed. I don't know why I was so excited about that. I just am, okay? Just deal with it. Journey milestone accomplished. Enable galactic travel. But I am not ready to galactically travel yet. I want to explore this planet, get a bunch of credits, and this is a good planet for resources, so I'm probably going to be getting a lot of that, hint hint. Alright, so I sold some crap on me, that pugnium. I think I missed what the other item was. I was distracted. And now I'm checking my starship for crap, and I've got crap. Neutrino module, I've got 5 of them, and some more pugnium. Get that out of my inventory. Get it out. There we go, and we got another milestone accomplished. And I'm just waiting for the thingy. Come on, thingy. There we go, journey milestone accomplished. Merchant earned 1,307,493 units. I'm rich. I am so rich. Not really, but it's a decent amount. And now I'm looking at things. What am I doing? Oh yes, I couldn't remember what charged hazard protection because it's been so long since I had to deal with it. So it's zinc, titanium, and shielding shards. I want to keep the shielding shards for my starship, because that'll come in handy for combat. I won't have to carry like 5 billion pieces of iron with me. So I just brought the zinc onto my exosuit so I can use that to charge hazard protection if I need it. However, I hopefully will not be using too much of it because ideally I would want to just wait in caves or safe places for that hazard protection to come back and not have to waste any of my resources. But that's not always possible. You can't always find a cave, and I don't have a grenade launcher on this particular multi-tool, so I can't make my own cave. So I've got to deal with whatever landscape this world's got to deal with, got to work with. Okay. And I was looking at my discoveries, and I'm 1 of 8, so I got to find 7 more creatures. And look at that. Plutonium. It's been so rare on the other planets, but here it is, a big old patch of it. It's like Christmas come early. So of course, I'm gonna pick this up. And I got 60 of it. And oh, I don't know if you saw that. I didn't even realize this until I started watching my own video. There's birds in the sky that I just missed. And yeah, I never found them later. And they're right freaking there. Why am I so blind? They're right there. But I was completely oblivious to it. And unfortunately, those birds seem to be fairly rare. So I didn't find them in this video, which kind of sucks. But I know that I'm missing some birds now, so that's useful information. And I didn't save. Why didn't I save? Ah, now I'm saving. And look at that creature right there. I may be blind and not see the birds, but I did see him. I shall call him Wolf Moth. Or Dingo Moth? Dingo Moth. I think that works. And oh, big old thing of plutonium. I love this world. I love it. And now I will baby step over to it. Remember, walking is good. It only expends 1 bar, I guess you'll call it. It only degenerates your life support bar by 1. If you sprint, it does it by 2. And if you use the jetpack, it does it by 3. So just keep that in mind if you're hurting for resources, which you probably are if you're playing on survival. That is what you want to do. You don't want to sprint around. You want to walk. It's going to be slow, but that's what you got to deal with. And holy crap. Not only is there a giant crystal of plutonium, but there's also little ones all around it. That right there is probably more plutonium than I found in my last 2 planets combined. I got 106 just from that patch. And we have Antrium. Now normally I probably wouldn't care about this stuff, but I've got to go in the cave and get my hazard protection back anyway, so I'm gonna be harvesting Antrium, get a full stack of it on my time in the planet. And I'm gonna be getting some iron as well. Pretty much anything I can get my hands on while I'm waiting for hazard protection, because I got nothing else to do, so, you know. It's better than just sitting there twiddling my thumbs. I'm gonna get busy. Get some resources I could possibly need. Or at the very least, I could sell the stuff. Either way, money or resources for upgrades and such, one way or another, this stuff is gonna get used. And this world is very nice to me. It's got carbon as well in the tunnels, which is nice because I can harvest it without getting the sentinels' attention. Unless you're near the mouth of a cave, and then they might come peek in and be like, hey, what's up? And you'll be like, nothing. Not doing anything. Just chilling here in the warm spot of the cave. Totally not resource gathering at all. And then the sentinel's gonna not believe you and he's gonna shoot you anyway, and you're gonna be forced to kill him, but you were never a good actor anyway. Oh yeah, we got some more carbon. And hazard protection is slow to regenerate. It's at about, what is that, 65% we're gonna say? We don't need multiples of 10. 65 is so much cooler. And bam, more carbon. And more Antrium. Each plant only gives about 6. So if you want a full stack of 500, what is that? Math skills, come on, what is that, 83? Well, 84, technically, you'd have 2 extra. Right? No, 4 extra. You'd have 4 extra. So 84 plants will get you a full stack of Antrium, assuming they give 6 a plant. which I'm not sure. I think the different sized plants probably give different amounts. I've never checked. But I can check now because I'm not doing anything other than watching myself play. So I'm gonna call this research. It's very weird to watch myself play. I'm trying to remember what I was doing. I don't know how people do this on a regular basis. I've got to do it live. This is a one-time deal, hopefully. Unless my recording stuff decides to explode on me again, but I hope that won't happen again. And it's not like a normal game where I can just, you know, jump back to a previous save, because autosaves and my situation in the world changes very dramatically. My location, my resource amounts, pirates destroyed me, stuff like that, so yeah, that doesn't really work. And I don't know why I'm still in this cave. I got my hazard protection ready to go. I think I'm making my way out. Yes I am. That's exactly what I'm doing. Good job, me. Get out of this cave. Oh, scanning. The iron cylindrical thingies that are like on every planet. And oh, that planet looks really cool on the horizon there. I like that. Right over the mountaintops. Well, those aren't really mountains. Right over the hills. Got Thamium 9 down there. I don't think I'm gonna bother. Well, I might bother. Heading right for it. Yep, changed my mind possibly. No. The Thamium 9 would have been mine. I have claimed it! The Thamium 9! All 48 parts of it. And I like to hit the wrong button there. I always forget that down on the D-pad is to get to my instant or quick charge menu. And there's some of that Corey Zagan, and as you can see, you need hazmat gauntlets. I'm a peasant, so I don't have them. But one day I will have some hazmat gauntlets, and I'm gonna collect that stuff, and I'm gonna do something with it. I don't know what that is, but something. It's gonna be awesome. Oh, I'm getting brave. I'm jetpack jumping. Oh, that's because my hazard protection is like completely gone. I'm in trouble, it's bad. Oh, and I decide to use some of my zinc to get it back. No other choice. Got nowhere to hide. So, had to use some of that zinc. And we're in extreme night, so you can see my hazard protection is going, degenerating at 2 speed, 2 bars, whatever you want to call it. It's degenerating fast, and I just found some zinc, so of course I'm gonna go grab that, because that's gonna keep me alive on this frigid wasteland. And I've been doing some more sprinting. I got a lot of Thamium 9, so I'm not really worried about using up my life support too much, so you're gonna see me sprinting a lot on this planet. And I'm looking around. There's white dots all over the place, but none really near me. And I'm sprinting again because look at that hazard protection. It's bad. It's no good, but this time I find not a cave, but some sort of support. I suppose you could call this a cave, like an outcrop, whatever this is. I need a geologist to tell me what this is. I'm calling it an outcrop, but I'm probably using the wrong word. Alright, I'm getting some iron. Bam, 20 pieces. And you can see my mining beam is fairly strong. I got some upgrades on it with this multi-tool. Unfortunately, I don't think they're on the grid, so they don't get that bonus, but they do the trick. And 19 more pieces of iron. I've checked my inventory. I got 75, and I transfer it over, and it's full, so I get rid of the extra 25. I don't really need it. So I've got 500 on the ship. Now I'm looking at my Antrium going, holy crap, I need to get 416 more of that to get a full stack, and that's going to take me a while. Not that I need a full stack, but like I said, if I'm going to be in these caves anyway, you better believe I'm going to be harvesting. I'm looking around for white dots. And now I'm trying to scan things, nothing scanning. Except, oh, that tree, but I jumped off of it. Didn't realize it was scanning. And there we go. Got that tree on my list. That planet looked so freaking cool. My starship's a minute and 40 out. So I've gotten a little bit of ways from it. And extreme night temperature is here to destroy my hazard protection. I just fell and hurt myself, but my shield held up. So no health damage, that's good. I don't want to take health damage. Did a scan, there's some Corizagon that way. There's some Thamium 9 over there. I don't know if I'm going to go grab that or not. I don't really need it, but if I'm heading in that direction, I will. And that stupid plant just took out a chunk of my health. It managed to get through my shield, and I was at 5 health, and now I'm at 4. Picked up some more Thamium 9. And now I'm wandering aimlessly. I think I'm trying to get to some white dots. And not doing a very good job of it. I think I just made a U-turn. Bad at this whole direction thing. And we got some platinum there. I'm not sure if I pick it up. I do. And I got another journey milestone. That one for traveling 75,000 units. So I've gotten my exercise. And we're back at the complex where we started. And now I just realized that there is a building on the backside that I completely neglected before. So, I'm blind. It's good to know. Big old building on the backside. Completely don't realize it's there. And now I'm charging my life support. Like I said, I've got plenty of Thamium 9. I'm not worried about it at all. Which is why I'm doing a lot of sprinting. And I just found a red dot, but it's a species we already had. That one's an unknown gender. Which is kind of weird. And we picked up a beam coolant system Tau tech upgrade. And unfortunately, I'll probably never use that. Well, actually, I probably will, actually. Let's see, another creature I already have. Looking around for white dots, and I found them. So I'm going to start heading over this mountain. We got some more Corizagon, 4 plants of it, which seems like a lot. But all I can do is look at it. I can lick it. Maybe that would be good. Get some weird disease on my tongue. Maybe then the Corizagon will grow off of my tongue and I can harvest it. You never know. Could work. So this is a dangerous proposition. My thermal protection is dropping, and I'm heading up on this like mountain pass basically, and I don't really have access to any caves. However, I just found one right there, so I can retreat to there if I need to. Although it looks like I'm being risky. I'm going this way into the unknown, and there's a big drop off. Will I dare to do the jetpack? I will. Oh, but I messed up. I messed up the jetpack jump, but at least I didn't crash into the ground. Thermal protection has fallen to 50%, so I'm gonna need shelter soon. And I just found a red dot. And what is that? It's some sort of fat hedgehog thing. Sonic, you need to get your exercise, man. Sonic has let himself go, and he's changed colors. He's brown now. Okay, jetpack jump into the cave, and now that I'm in here, I can get back my hazard protection and harvest Antrium, which it actually might be. Nope, does not appear that it's 6 Antrium a plant. Looks like it's a range from like probably like 3 to 7 per plant, 3 to 8. That one gave me 6. And that one was 7. So yeah, it seems to range from about 3 to 8. Or 4 to 8 perhaps. And this cave has quite a bit of it. There's another one. And we better get some carbon too. Can't be letting my mining laser get low. And if we can, we should stockpile it because the other worlds might not have lots of things I can destroy for carbon, which has been the case in the last 2 at least. These things give a decent amount of carbon when they explode. So it shouldn't be too hard to get my carbon up, which is good. Because using the beam is not cheap, and I need carbon to charge it. I could charge it with Thamium-9 and Plutonium as well. Normally that's a bad idea, but on this planet, probably really wouldn't matter because there's an abundance of both of those. I'm going to be finding a lot of Plutonium and certainly a lot of Thamium-9, so I could definitely charge with those if I really wanted to. But carbon seems like a smarter choice. And I'm not sure if I realized this yet, but my hazard protection is back to full. And I think I do realize it, and I'm slowly making my way towards the entrance, but of course I've got to get some Antrium on my way. And Sentinel's like, hey, what's going on in here? And I'm like, peace out, I'm out. Oh, and the failed jetpack jump, and a double fail smashed into the ground below. What a rookie move. And oh, did I just see a freaking bird in the sky again? Why am I so blind? They're right there, just scan them. You missed your opportunity. Alright, got my life support back up with some Thamium-9, and I'm back to sprinting. I'm trying to sprint. I'm a little hung up on this side of this wall here. And thermal protection getting smashed up. And over the rise is a green dot. Evil, evil. We already have you guys. We don't want you again. You are no longer necessary. Thermal protection halfway down. What am I gonna do? There's nowhere to hide. Oh, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna fall off the ledge because that's a very good idea. Let's just ignore the fact that I'm freezing to death by hurting myself. Get my mind focused on my broken legs instead of my cold limbs. I like it. It's a good game plan. Okay, and now I'm starting to freak out. Where am I gonna hide? Where am I gonna hide? I don't know. I'm just gonna jetpack jump in a random direction. And despite me dying, I see plutonium, so I gotta pick it up. One track mind. I see shinies. I need to get them. Ho ho ho. And at this point, I'm most likely resigned to the fact that I'm gonna have to use my zinc, and I just took a bunch of damage from seemingly nothing. So no idea what took a chunk out of me, but it got me down to 2 health bars, which is no good. Started off with 5 and now I'm down to 2. And my shield's gone, so I gotta be extra careful. There's that planet looming in the distance again. And more plutonium! Oh my god! And some plutonium in the little packs here and a green thingy, which got me a Viking dagger. And oh my god, a red dot! But I want my plutonium first. Priorities, people. Priorities. Plutonium first, everything else second. Okay, and that red dot appears to be something we already have, and I was wrong. It's a new creature. And some more plutonium. This is paradise. All the fellow Survivor players are just salivating at all this plutonium. And, yeah, I need shelter still, or else I'm going to be using some more zinc, and I just found another red dot. And that's going to be my 5th species, and there's a knowledge stone over there, and more plutonium. Get that plutonium. And thermal protection. Once again, getting very low. I did a scan, found some Thamium 9, and I got the Viking word for honorable. And I just passed up that Thamium 9. I don't want it. I just need shelter. And it's getting low, and so is life support, but I found a cave just in time. Life support up with my Thamium 9. And my temperature is now stabilizing because I'm in the cave. So we play the weight game, and the weight game involves getting antrium. And of course getting carbon, because we need carbon to charge things. Like the mining beam. Which is really all that it charges for me. Everything else is charged by other things, so really just the mining beam. And if I got really desperate, I could craft one of those life support rechargy thingamajigs. But oh, look at that. We're starting to jump forward in the video. And we found a red dot, but that is going to be a species I already have. So I still need 3 more. And look at all that Thamium 9, of course. Of course we're gonna get that, but before we do, we find some more red dots. And they're hanging out in the grass. What are they? They're frolicking around. They look mighty familiar, and they are. So, another species we already had. Found a jettison pod, which gives us power canister, which we can use to get our life support back, but we don't really need it, especially when we're getting showered with Thamium-9, like right here. That's enough Thamium-9 to last me a very long time with my life support. And I already had a bunch, so it's not like I needed it. Alright, I jetpack jumped and didn't fail miserably, so that's good. Looking around, what do I see? I see a lot of iron and trees, and there's something off in the distance, which I may travel to. I think I ended up doing that. And now I'm looking for shelter. I need another cave so I can stay alive. And the caves are not coming. Oh, but I just found one. So I'm gonna go hide over here. And there we go, in the safety of the outcrop wannabe cave over here. And I'm most likely gonna jump forward. I did! There we go, and look at this! I found some nickel. Now, my hazard protection is getting beat up pretty quickly, so I'm probably not gonna stick around for too long, but I tried to get under it to see if I could be shielded from the weather there, but it didn't work. So I'm back to harvesting. But like I said, I can't do it for long because that evil hazard protection is just melting off of me. So probably one more little bit from the mining beam, and then I'm gonna be running away. Well, I stayed longer than I thought. My thermal protection is all the way down to 25% now. We're entering the dangerous mode. And now I need to get back to a cave, but that's why I waited so long. I came from that cave, so I knew where shelter was. I didn't have to panic. And now I just got to get back in there. But now I should kind of start panicking because look at that. It's gone. Oh no, as I just realized, run away. And jetpack jump into safety before I took damage. Very nice. Okay, and now I've burrowed myself into a giant vein of gold. And because I'm in here, I'm protected from the elements. So I'm just harvesting this gold from the inside. So this is a very good tactic. If you find one of these huge nodes, you can just dig yourself in and then shoot out the edges and just make sure you've always got some stuff above your head. And you should be able to stay in here and harvest the whole freaking thing and not have to worry about hazard protection at all. So I'm actually gonna get a full stack of gold. And I'm still not sure what I'm going to do with it. I've still got it at the end of this video. I'm either going to sell it or I'm just going to keep a hold of it to use for upgrades and other stuff. But anyways, I couldn't find those creatures. I'm back in the ship now. But I did get a whole bunch of plutonium. So I ended up charging the launch thruster. I've still got 500 plutonium there. And I've got another 255 on my exosuit. So I got a whole bunch of plutonium. It's the first time ever in survival mode I've had that much. And that's going to give me the freedom to go out and search. So I can relocate, hopefully find those creatures, and I'm looking for suit upgrades. That's what I really want. Because inventory is my biggest problem. And the sooner I can get more inventory slots with my suit, with my starship, with a freighter if I can afford one anytime soon, it's just gonna help me. And I could also get some storage space by building a base up, but that's gonna take a lot of materials, so we'll see if that plays out at all. But anyways, after some searching, I finally found a suit upgrade. So I'm landing to go nab it. And there we go. We're gonna get some Thamium 9. We're gonna try. Something's going wrong. Oh, I'm not pointing at it. That kind of helps. And suit upgrade. What's it gonna cost? It's gonna run me 20,000 units, of course. Of course, that's nothing. That's chump change. I found that in my sofa earlier. And I have no idea what I'm doing here. I'm just looking around, probably looking for creature icons, for dots. Found one over there and 2 over there. So that's where I'm heading. Gonna find those creatures, and there was a big old thing of plutonium right in front of me, which I'm sure I harvested. And oh, evil plant just took a chunk out of me. But I found a red dot, and I'm scanning it, and oh, it scanned the tree instead. But I thought it scanned him. Was all confused, like what's going on? I thought that was a new creature. I checked my list, couldn't figure it out. And oh, looking again, and look at that, didn't scan it. So now I've got him, and bam, he wasn't new. Womp womp. But I found another red dot. What is that? It's pretty far away. I need to travel over there, but ooh, thermal protection. That's not good. But what is good is that zinc plant right there. So I harvest that zinc, that'll help. Especially since I'm probably about to use some zinc to get back my hazard protection. Because I don't think I'm going to manage this situation right here. Pretty sure zinc is my only option. Either that or die. And I will take the zinc route. That's exactly what I do. And it's another one of those guys. So that's not going to be a new species either. That's an indeterminate gender of the flying beetle squid thing. And looking around, I'm not seeing a whole lot else. Not a whole lot of life to be had. So I'm out of there. And I eventually came back to the ship. Couldn't find those creatures. But I've still got my Thamium 9. Or not Thamium 9, I've got my plutonium. So I'm taking off again. Getting that thing charged, and you can see I've still got a ton. So I could even land and take off again if I wanted to. So I'm looking around for another suit upgrade. And will I find one? That is the question. So far, not finding anything, but there is a transmission tower. Now, if I needed supplies and I had the inventory space, I could follow that transmission tower to a crashed ship and then either take that crashed ship, which I wouldn't do because I just made my hyperdrive with the warp cell. But I could either take that ship or I could just harvest all of its parts for resources, but I don't have room for that, so I didn't bother. Instead, I found a suit upgrade, and I landed right next to some plutonium, so of course I'm gonna I'm gonna collect that, and we're gonna get another suit upgrade. Found some jettison pods, got a power canister, and my inventory's full, so I can't get the other one. But we're about to fix that, because we're getting a suit upgrade. That's gonna get me up to 16 slots. That's gonna cost me 30,000 units. And now I'm saving at the Nayako. Oh, sorry, the Nayoko. Okay, looking around, I see some white dottage over there, and I don't really see any others. So I'm gonna jump off this cliff with style, jetpack down to safety. And now we jump forward to an aggressive enemy, and we haven't scanned anything aggressive yet, so this is something new. There it is. Oh, but it punches me in the face. Ow! So I'm running away from it, and as I do, I find a plaque. Now I'm looking back going, what is this guy gonna do? Is he gonna come screw with me while I mess with the plaque? It would appear he is not. So, I'm gonna interact with this plaque. The memories of a long-deceased tribe of Viking warriors flows from the stone marker, forming into a ghostly essence that fills me with wisdom. The Book of Herc speaks of the rise of the travelers. They shall ascend, delving into the boundless void. The Viking shall not impede their ascent, for the travelers must prevail. So decrees the word of Herc. And I'm seeking help with their language. My knowledge of them increases, and I learned the Viking word for remuneration. And I found some nickel, but my hazard protection is in bad shape, so I'm just gonna kind of do a drive-by on this nickel, and then I'm running out to safety. Because I'm not dying over some nickel, I don't care that much. And I'm back at the ship. So once again, my efforts to find the missing creatures turned up with nothing. So I take off, and look at that big old squid beetle, big old Squidward, and fuel my launch thruster again, and still plenty of plutonium to go around. So I'm off on the search for another suit upgrade, and I found one right next to a big old chunk of gold. So there is the gold. I've got a full stack and then some at this point. So I decide, you know, I'll get a little bit more for money if I can. I don't want to go too crazy though, because my inventory is just suffering. Even with all these suit upgrades, it's in bad shape. So there we go. Grab that suit upgrade. That's gonna bump me up to 17 slots at the cost of 40,000 units. And just gives me a little bit more leeway on my resource situation. Alright, and I went back to the ship. I couldn't find anything there. You can see it's a different time of day, and I took off again. So I've got plenty of plutonium still. I could just search this whole world if I wanted to. And I'm staring at something. I don't know what that is. I seem confused. I have forgotten how to charge my launch thruster. There we go, I relearned. And there we go. We are recharged. So I'm on the hunt for another suit upgrade. And I must have been talking about something, because we're not jumping forward. There we go, and I found another suit upgrade. Let's land right in the trees. And I'm at the Araway. And we got a green item. It's a Korvax casing. Check this jettison pod. Nothing. Cargo drop, nothing. So it's time to get our suit upgrade, but oh, we saw some zinc. We can't pass that up. We gotta grab that before I forget. Because if I see another shiny, I might get distracted and not pick it up. And I need my zinc. I absolutely need my zinc. Alright, picked that up. It's 26 more units of zinc. That'll really help. That's like a full charge, basically. And now I can finally get my suit upgrade. Oh, nope, I lied. I'm gonna save. And now I can get my suit upgrade, which is what I do. So that gets me up to 18 slots. That one's gonna be 50,000 units. So I think that's the 4th suit upgrade I've gotten. So that's a pretty dramatic increase in my inventory on this one planet. If only I could do that every planet. I'd be max slot in no time. Alright, I'm looking around for white dots. I see them all in that direction. I'm spinning in circles for some reason. And after searching all that area with the white dots, nothing new. So I came back to the ship again. Took off. I'll need to recharge that launch thruster because it's a full charge every time I launch. And now I'm off for another suit upgrade. And I couldn't find it. But what I did find was a habitable base. And I figured, you know, I've been looking for these last two creatures, although I should have got those flying ones long ago, so I should only have one I'm looking for. And, oh, I wonder actually if they're both flying. Oh, never mind, they're not both flying because one of them was top of the list, so it's a ground creature. But anyways, I decided I've been here so long, why don't we just set up shop? Let's make a base. And maybe I've got iron and stuff all over the place, so maybe we can make a really cool base. I don't know. And if I really wanted to, I could go back to the space station and hire those guys and have them do some stuff for me. I don't know. It just seems like if I can't find this creature, why not, you know, build up some stuff? May as well learn all the base building stuff if I'm going to be wasting a bunch of time on this planet. Although I didn't really waste it. I've got so many resources now. I'm kind of set, which is nice. The danger level has gone down considerably because I've got a lot of resources. So let's see. I interacted with this thing. It's the base procurement mainframe. Warnings detected. It says pre-existing base detected. Base procurement limit is reached, which is only 1. And claiming this base will delete your previous base. Most of the resources used to build your previous base will be made available in the item cache. So I go ahead and claim this as my home base, home planet. And that puts some of the resources I used to build that last base into this cache here. And I'm just checking my inventory, making sure I've got space, which I seem to. And I didn't spend much on that last base, so it's only giving me 10 iron, not a whole bunch. But 10 iron is 10 iron, so I think I ended up taking it. Yes, I did. There we go. We're going to transfer that over to my inventory. And you can see there's 48 slots, so that's no small amount. If you end up putting a bunch of resources into your base, you can get a lot of it back. And of course, I can't use that warp yet. I've been told that I need to warp 4 times before that is available, so I'm quite a long ways away from being able to warp to the space station. So yeah, that is about it. I decided to hold off, hopefully find those 2 creatures on the next video. So anyways, that's gonna do it for this one. So thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.